McKinnon up for Spezza. That bounced away. The play remains onside. Brought in by David Savard to the Columbus Blue Jackets. Now dropped back and a shot by McKinnon. Scores! Nathan McKinnon, the one-timer, and Canada takes a 1-0 lead.
Beautiful place. What a great arena here.
That was Yas. Lost the puck in the corner for the Latvians. Now it's played ahead to Spezza. Jason Spezza in with Nathan McKinnon. Spezza drops. McKinnon works in, plays it back, and a shot by Dan Hamhuis. Rebound, score! Jason Spezza! And it's 2-0 Canada. Here's Muzzin with it now. So 2-0 Canada with the lead. Canada back in action on Sunday against Germany on this holiday weekend here in the Czech Republic. Goals just over 3 minutes apart, giving Canada the 2-0 lead. Here Tyson Barrie playing it around. Taylor Hall back with it. And Hall centers it. Duchesne with it now. Shoots and scores! Matt Duchesne makes it 3-0 Canada.
After a decent start with a couple of really good chances, Latvia's given up 3 here. A couple of quick ones to Spezza and Duchesne.
Eberle playing in his 5th World Championship for Canada. Has scored 9 times in 27 games. He is, of course, Canada's all-time leader in goals at the World Junior Championship. Also in the unofficial category of big goals at the World Junior Championship. He was Mr. Clutch in those years for Canada. As Brent Burns has it blocked. Burns brings it back in, shoots off the goalpost. Back goes to Hamhuis, drive, scores! Dan Hamhuis pumps it home after the post by Burns. This might have been deflected, and it's 4-0 Canada.
Opted not to have surgery, rehabbed for about 5 or 6 weeks. They felt there was going to be a chance he was going to be able to avoid the surgery. He was, and able to get back in the lineup.
Now Spezza throws it back in the corner and finds McKinnon. Loose in the corner is Sidney Crosby battling there with Christianis Redless. And the centering pass goes to Spezza. Heard him joke in the intermission about becoming an honorary resident of Cole Harbour, Nova Scotia. Here's McKinnon, backhands in front. Spezza blocked, shoots, scores! Lusikovs can't keep it out, and Spezza's got his 2nd of the game, and Cole Harbour has a new favorite son.
For the Czechs to host the tournament, to have their greatest player, Jaromir Jagr, come back to play.
Now Crosby with a chance. Here comes Crosby in a partial break. He's being hooked and held. That may be a penalty shot. It is. So Sidney Crosby with 23 seconds to go will get a penalty shot here.
Maybe Masalskis is just delaying here, so.
And here comes Crosby on the penalty shot. Sidney Crosby scores. Or Shelf.
Wow. That's a pretty good release right there.
Oppenheimer with 15 seconds to go in the German power play. Works it down low. Osbelt centers it. And that shot by Kopter is blocked. And away comes O'Reilly shorthanded with Crosby. Ryan O'Reilly, Sidney Crosby, a bouncing puck, he scores! Sidney Crosby! Shorthanded goal, and Canada has a 1-0 lead.
Really good poise for Crosby here.
That was Canada's 2nd shot on goal.
And not a shorthanded goal, as the penalized player had just come back to the ice.
Duchesne. Around for Eberle. Jordan Eberle sends it back, and a shot by Hall, scores! Taylor Hall, the feed from Jordan Eberle. And it's 2-0 Canada. Jeff Ward was an assistant coach here with the German team. Ward, a former assistant coach of the Boston Bruins under Claude Julien.
Edmonton as well.
Yeah, longtime coach of the Ontario Hockey League and in Germany. Patrick Kupchak, another player who was added yesterday for Germany. Plays it around for Krupp. Jordan Krupp spent 3 years in Belleville of the OHL. Lost the puck and a chance in front. Cody Eakin scores! Ryan O'Reilly with the steal. Has his 2nd assist, and Cody Eakin has the goal to make it 3-0 Canada.
Really nice play by O'Reilly.
Canada making a late change to Foley. Holds. Plays it down. Muzzin centers it, and Eakin just missed on the one-timer. 30 seconds to go in the first period. Chopped back in by Eakin. Now Barry waiting for it. Tyson Barry holds the line, plays it around for Toffoli. Kruger has a look. Toffoli steps into him. Now Eakin on it. Loose puck. Centers it for O'Reilly. Couldn't reach it. Now a shot by Toffoli. Save. Rebound. Score. Cody Eakin's got 2. And it's 4-0 Canada. With 10.8 seconds left in the first period. The Canadian now playing for the German national team. Radicina's second year there. Now Duchesne looks ahead. That's picked off. Kopchin fired it wide. And Weirkosh finds Eberle. Chips it for Duchesne. In comes Matt Duchesne. Drops it off to Taylor Hall. Hall in. Shoots. Scores! Taylor Hall fires it home. His second as Canada had 5-0. Now Weirkosh ahead for Sagan. He finds Giroux. Claude Giroux in. Fires. He put it high. Weirkosh with it. Now Giroux feeds it rink wide. In comes Ekblad. Shoots. Scores. Aaron Ekblad. 6-0 Canada. And the youngest player of this Canadian lineup has his first goal of the World Championship. Now a big win over France yesterday for 3 points for the regulation win. Last year Germany finished 1 spot above relegation. The Germans have been in the top pool for 14 of the last 15 years of the World Championship. Now a chance in front. They score! Tapped home by Claude Giroux on the slick feed, and it's 7-0 Canada. That's got to feel good for Giroux, who took 2 penalties in the opening period. And Weirkosh gathers it back up. Weirkosh, a healthy scratch for Ottawa 18 times in the first part of the season, and a mainstay as the Sens made that blazing stretch run to make the postseason.
He was asked if he thought a call to the World Championships would have been coming if they would ask him in January.
There's Ennis with a chance on the feed from Giroux, and it's 8-0 Canada as Tyler Ennis has his first of the World Championship.
And this has been quite a period for Claude Giroux, hasn't it?
Under a minute to go here in the period. We might let this stretch into the third. So people at home can go get a guide out. It's very hard to look up, by the way.
It's obviously someone that played in Detroit. No. Oh, there's the clue. Someone in Houston. Very nice.
In comes Duchesne with it. Matt Duchesne flips it across. Hall. Hat-trick goal for Taylor Hall. What a feed from Matt Duchesne. Wow. Poked away by Austin Birkin. And a battle for it down low. Eberle comes in. Now Duchesne and the stick knocked away. A penalty coming to Germany. And now the stick gets in the way, and we got 1 penalty for holding the stick, and a second penalty. Is this a penalty shot? I think it is.
Well, when you shoot a stick on the ice to knock the puck away,
I believe we're going to have a penalty shot. There's the holding call.
Talk about a double whammy here. So Matt Duchesne's going to have a penalty shot. So here goes Duchesne, who's got 3 assists today.
He's got lots of favorite shootout moves. Always takes it wide. In scores. Matt Duchesne makes it 10-0 Canada. And he checks out shooting Canada 3-2. Draw won by Duchesne. A loose puck behind the goal to Taylor Hall. Leaves it there. A jam play. Eberle scores. Jordan Eberle taps it home on the feed from Taylor Hall. And just like that, Canada has seized the lead. And here comes Brent Burns with it.
Gordon, Mike Smith has only faced 6 shots. 4 of them are grade A scoring chances.
Think of 2 that missed the net, one by Jordan when the net was open, the other by Voracek. Here's Eberle with it now, the Canadian goal scorer. Muzzin walks in. Jake Muzzin loose in the corner with it now. Muzzin centers it, just missed the stick. Hall fires and scores. Taylor Hall in the final minute makes it 2-0 Canada.
In the second period.
Now the face-off, Couturier diving for it, tries to jam it back in front. Pavlik's half of the net. Here's Savard with it. He shoots through traffic. Pavlik makes the stop, loose puck O'Reilly can't reach it. Nackledal blocks it away. Weirkosh has jumped up for Canada. Patrick Weirkosh wraps it around, spins and shoots. Fired it right through the crease. Toffoli winds and fires. That tipped in front. Pushed to the crease by Couturier. And now gloved down by Toffoli on a good hands play. He shoots, scores! Tyler Toffoli has a tip by Sean Couturier, and Canada's back on top.
This is almost identical to...
Save for the wraparound goal by Eberle on Pavlik in the first period. The goaltending in this game has been exceptional. Sagan drops it back to Barrie. Barrie, a rink wide to Hall. Down to Sagan. Spezza standing in front now. Ennis directing traffic. Sagan winds in, shoots, scores! Tyler Sagan fires it home. And a power play goal gives Canada another 2-goal lead. Player in the NHL.
So, of course, the sale job would be you could be like Tomas Hertl. I mean, if you were Tomas Hertl.
Yes.
But it's the right idea. It really is the right idea for them to build their program, to try and develop some depth of young players.
There's a steal by Giroux, walks in, plays it across, Crosby scores! What a feed by Claude Giroux to Sidney Crosby. And the power play goal makes it 5-2 Canada. Yager to Irat. Pavlik going to the bench, but as he goes, McKinnon wins the battle for the puck and sends it back up to center right. The extra skater is on his forward check. Yager for Nackledal. Nackledal battling with Burns in the corner. 1:40 to go now in the third period. Yager feeds it back. McKinnon picks it up. Bouncing puck goes to O'Reilly. Edward Toffoli, an empty net for Tyler Toffoli. Shoots, scores! Tyler Toffoli fires it home, and again the Czechs give up a quick goal. This time into an empty net. And Canada has restored its 3-goal lead. In comes Tyler Sagan, walks it in, shoots it. Nilsson makes the stop on him. Ekblad back down to Sagan. 8 shots for Canada in this period, all turned away by Nilsson.
Todd McClellan moving the lines around a little bit here. He's got Sagan, Giroux, and Ryan O'Reilly together now.
And now a chip pass broken up. Giroux in, shoots. Nilsson the save, rebound, loose in front. Sagan battling for it. The puck is still loose. Here's Ekblad with a wrist shot, scores! Aaron Ekblad in a mad scramble in front of the Swedish goal. There was a penalty coming to the Swedes, but Canada's on the board, down 3-1. Lindbergh away from Crosby, swings it rink wide. Off the stick of Jimmy Eriksson, now a centering passing comes Taylor Hall in alone. Hall had a roll off his stick.
That'll be a penalty shot.
It's a penalty shot. Taylor Hall's going to get a penalty shot here with 8.5 to go in the second period.
That's about 20 in the tournament, it seems like.
It's 5 on this side of the draw. With a chance to equal Philip Forsberg. In the goal-scoring race, they came in with 4 each.
If you're going to deke Lynn back, you got to get it up over his pads. He'll flare out and cover the bottom of the net. Hall will come out to the right, and here he goes.
Taylor Hall works it on Lindback, scores! Taylor Hall, penalty shot goal, and Canada's back within 1.
Well, almost everybody was thrilled with Sidney Crosby picking up the phone and calling Jim Nill. The guy that it affected the most is Braden Shen, who's not been in the lineup yet in this tournament.
Now a battle in the corner, Toffoli on it. Each team has 22 slots for forwards. Once you fill them all, you're done. Canada does have one open spot. Here's a chance, score! Sean Couturier, the deflection, and this game is tied. Ekman-Larsson tied up by Crosby. Ekblad comes racing in. Hjalmarsson can't get it by him. Crosby backing up Ekblad. Picks it out neatly, feeds across to Weirkosh. Patrick Weirkosh centers up for Hall. Hall with a rolling puck, sweeps it back in deep. Klefbom and his pocket picked by Crosby. Feeds it back in front. Weirkosh, a shot, scores! Patrick Weirkosh, and the game is tied! Now he goes to Jakob Josefsson shorthanded along with Louis Eriksson.
Canada with 4 forwards and 1 defenseman on both of their power play units.
Now the Swedes are changing as Taylor Hall streaks in. Hall drops and a shoot, score! Tyler Ennis, power play goal, and Canada's in front. Martz has a clipboard with a green dot on it. He folds it up for the goaltender to tell him to come to the bench. Ekman-Larsson winds in, goes with a shot, stopped by by Smith. Rebound loose in front. And the Swedish player, Joel Lundqvist, has lost his helmet. He has to go off. Chance now, Wickham, Tyler Seguin. Racing in the net is empty. Seguin spins and scores! Tyler Seguin empty net goal just as Anders Nilsson had gone to the bench. And Canada leads by 2. Barry back with it. 40 seconds to go in this power play. In for Spezza. An little slap pass. Seguin takes it and scores. Tyler Seguin. Power play goal, and Canada's got a 1-0 lead. And now Matt Duchene from a sharp angle shoots. Kevin Hart makes the stop, and it's kicked away in front by Johan Abitud. Shots are 12-2 in favor of Canada. Here's Nathan MacKinnon with it. Spins back along the boards. MacKinnon centers it. In comes Everly. A backhand shot. Scores! Jordan Everly. Just broke a piece of equipment as he hammered the camera in the middle of the net. And it's 2-0 on his second of the World Championship.
Canada scored on their only power play of the game.
In comes Seguin. Feeds across to Spezza. Jason Spezza slaps it back across. Seguin shoots. Scores!
Same play. Same play. Spezza, Seguin. But this one goes right through the goaltender. After making several really good saves, Claro whiffs on this one, and it goes right through.
Here's Giroux with it. Back to Burns. Crosby. Burns winds and shoots. Scores! Brent Burns trickles it through. Might have been deflected. But the power play goal puts Canada back in front. For playing the puck, they stick back to a teammate who went against this man, number 43, Morris Traxler. A rarely called penalty, but the Swedes scored the power play in OT to win it. Tyson Barrie back at the point. A long drive. Save made by Rito Berra. Claude Giroux picks out the rebound, sends it back. And the shot stopped. Rebound scored. Tyler Seguin taps it home. And 53 seconds into the game, Canada has a 1-0 lead. Elbling drops it back. Allman shoots. It goes off the leg. It flutters down in front. Ekblad gets a stick on it. Here's Weircott. And Patrick Weircott looks ahead for Spezza. He finds MacKinnon. In comes Nathan MacKinnon. Scores! Fires it home just like that with 17.6 seconds left. And Canada's back on top. And used through the middle for Toffoli. Drops it off for Couturier. He centers it. Eakin was tied up there by Abdul. Now the puck loose in front. There's a chance for Ekblad. Scores! Sean Couturier puts it on the tee, and Aaron Ekblad pounds it home to make it 3-1 Canada. And Burns swings back to pick it up. Finds Crosby. Crosby ahead for Giroux. Sends it back in front. Riley with a chance. Stopped by Berra in tight. Here's Burns back across. Crosby tees it up. Berra to save. Rebound. Everly scores! Well, Canada was all over them, and Jordan Everly finally taps it home to make it 4-1. Now Couturier sends it right on. Toffoli with a chance, and Berra meant to stop on that. And now Ham used the slap shot in the final seconds, kicked away by Berra, and all of that overshadows what a great save that was by Berra on O'Reilly. And another long shot drops down. Eakin scores! Cody Eakin with less than a second to go in the period. Looked like there was still time on the clock when the puck went in. And this should make it 5-1 Canada. And here's Toffoli along with Couturier and Eakin. Toffoli brings it in, has time, walks it in, shoots. Berra makes a save, rebound, score! Sean Couturier taps it home, and it's 6-2 Canada. Lead pass to Everly, knocked away, picked up by Burns. Burns rink wide to O'Reilly. Centers it for Burns, walks in and shoots. Rebound, score! Tapped home by Claude Giroux, and it's 7-2 Canada. Now settled down by Hunter Fund behind the Austrian goal. Rink wide pass. Everyone will be very careful not to play the puck on line changes. 23 too many men on the ice penalty so far in the tournament. Claude Giroux walks in, drops it back, and O'Reilly backdoor pass, score! Tapped home by Tyson Barrie, and Canada has a 1-0 lead. Jason Spezza plays it down. Now Spezza back on it. Got bumped there by Mario Fisher. Spezza spins back in the corner, drops it off for Duchene. Matt Duchene back in front. Spins it back for Barrie, back to Duchene. And Matt Duchesne. Watched there by Florian Eberer. Eberer takes down Duchesne. And now Fischer couldn't clear it out for the Austrians. And at the line, it's held by Muzzin. Muzzin shoots. Start bomb save. Rebound. Duchesne with a shot. Scores! Matt Duchesne with a backhand. And it's 2-0 Canada. Goes to Eberle. Jordan Eberle winds his way in. Eberle drops Couturier in, shoots. That's tipped wide by Hall. Now Burns keeps it alive. His hard shot, knuckleballs wide of the goal. Muzzin plays it down to Hall. Taylor Hall spins back, centers it. And Starkbaum broke that up. Now Burns the long shot, score! That's tipped. Looks like Taylor Hall got a piece of it. And it's 3-0 Canada. Scooped up by Seguin. Centers with a quick shot fired wide by Giroux, who looks to the rafters after he missed. Now knocked away from Seguin. A race for it now. Heinrich can scoot. In comes Heinrich with a chance. Stopped by Smith. The rebound drops right down in front. And it's scooped up by Tyson Barrie. So Mike Smith faces his toughest test so far in the first period as he turns away Dominique Heinrich. In comes Eberle. Drops it back. Ekblad walks it and scores. Aaron Ekblad makes it 4-0 Canada. And Ekblad has his 4th goal of this World Championship.
Couturier seems to be one of those players that Todd McClellan didn't know a lot about at the start because he would have been in the other conference. He wouldn't have seen him much. And gradually his minutes are starting to climb. Certainly on the penalty kill, or if they get into a protection of a lead, Couturier is going to be involved in that.
Matt Duchesne comes streaking in now. Duchesne centers and score! Tapped home by Jason Spezza. And it's 5-0 Canada, less than 2 minutes into the second period.
Pretty terrific hockey from, as you call it, the 2 different tournaments.
Right.
They're, you know,
Dance in front, tapped wide by Eberle as Starkbaum got a piece of it.
once that 4th quarterfinal spot was set, you know, with the Swiss earning that spot, then you turn quickly your focus to the bottom 4 teams and who can make it, what mathematical gymnastics have to take place for one team to have a chance or another.
In comes Burns and now feeds it back in front. Eberle, a backhand shot, scores! Jordan Eberle.
What a beautiful play. Actually, it's 6-1.
Close enough. In comes McKinnon. Walks it and shoots. Now it's 7-1.
There you go. Preemptive strike.
You can see the future. If I'd known that, I'd treat it a lot differently over here. 9 seconds later, Canada's back up by 6.
Well, I didn't think it would be that quick, Gordon.
It's been pointed out by some of the Saskatchewan members of the Hockey Canada delegation that's the Sheepdogs song they play after goals. Saskatchewan Bay. You know that?
I did not. It's
now they score again. 8-1. Jason Spezza banks it in. Well, Spezza's got 2 tonight. St. Louis and Austria tied Canada 2-2.
Lord, that 3-goal burst was the 3 fastest goals in World Hockey Championship history.
And they might just have 4 as Brayden Schenn snaps it home to make it 9-1 Canada.
That was 3 goals in 21 seconds.
Now Lebler back with it. It's knocked back up to center ice. 5.5 to go in the 3rd period. Rafael Roderick to Michael Raffel. Raffel works his way in, drops it back for Rodder. That's picked off. And Spezza outlets for Weirkosh. Ahead to McKinnon. Drops for Duchesne. Matt Duchesne in, shoots. Rebound, score. Matt Duchesne taps it home, and it's 10-1 Canada.
Belarus has 20 goals in their tournament. In the preliminary round, only once did they have a real clunker. That was a shutout loss to the Russians.
Their goaltender, Kevin Lalonde, was injured in that game. Lalonde is back now. Coach Dave Lewis of Team Belarus said we played 6 good games and 1 really bad one. Brent Burns in, scores! Just like that, 27 seconds in, Canada has the lead on the goal by Brent Burns. As Ennis has it. Rink wide, he goes for Eakin. Cody Eakin walks in and shoots the lawn with a pad save, and the rebound kicked back to the line, kept the line for the moment by Muzzin. He finds Barrie, centers it, Ennis in, scores! Tyler Ennis gives Canada a 2-0 lead. Ryan O'Reilly centers for Giroux. Claude Giroux now back in the corner with it. And Giroux spins it back to Hughes across to Burns. Burns, diagonal pass in, chipped wide there by Seguin. O'Reilly races to it. Midway through this first period, Seguin centers it. Giroux alone in front, waits. Oh, and a stop by Lalonde. Rebound poked wide by O'Reilly. Lalonde staying with Claude Giroux, step for step, makes the stop. Now Burns with it. Walks it and shoots, tip, scored! Looks like Ryan O'Reilly got a piece of that. And it's 3-0 Canada. Drops it back to Barry. In comes Tyson Barry. Around Javenko, drops it back to Ennis. Has some time, Tyler Ennis. Feeds it back to Barry. Hall standing in front here, Seguin with it. Back to Barry. Winds and shoots, it's off a stick and pinballs around in front, scooped up by Seguin. Back to Barry. Now Seguin, top of the face-off circle, back for Spezza. In he comes. Seguin was all set for the one-timer. The pass was too far for him to reach. Now Seguin fires, scores! Power play goal, Tyler Seguin, and it's 4-0 Canada. Goaltending of Pecorine. You've got questions about Jaromir Jagr. Is that shot from Sean Couturier knocked away by Lalonde? Jagr left their last round robin game early and did appear to be in some discomfort on the Czech bench. We're told he'll be okay and will play tonight. Now Ennis, loose behind the goal, pivots back again. Tyler Ennis. Crisscrossing with Tyler Seguin. Now Couturier on it, drops it back. Seguin in, shoots, scores! Tyler Seguin makes it 5-0 Canada. Drops it back for Crosby. Rink wide, he goes for Eberle. Canada changing as Eberle drops it off to O'Reilly. Ryan O'Reilly feeds it back to Giroux. Burns, Crosby, Burns fires the lawn, save, rebound, loose in front to Foley reaching for it. Feeds it back to Burns, winds and fires again, scores! Brent Burns tees it up and pounds it home. It's a 6-0 Canada lead.
So it's not a foreign coach that comes in for a little bit of time and then he goes on to the next job. It becomes a real transient job.
Flips it back. Seguin rather scores on the backhand.
What a shot.
Tyler Seguin chips home that pass. And there's 7 for Canada.
You know, the Rangers are down 3-1. Tampa was down 3-2 to Detroit. Had to win the last couple of games to get themselves in. Chicago was in a battle with Nashville. They could easily have been down 3-1 in that series.
In comes Giroux now. Claude Giroux with a shot. Lalonde makes the stop. O'Reilly digging for the rebound. Scores! Ryan O'Reilly fires it home. He's got his second. And it's now 8-0. Tyler Ennis with Matt Duchene working in. And Duchene works in the front of the goal. Shovels it on net. And Lalonde makes the stop on it. Now Duchene back up the other side. Spins and shoots. Lalonde makes another save. And the outlet pass from Draws got knocked away as well as Spezza winds in. In is Spezza, shoots, scores! Jason Spezza lifts it in. It's 9-0 Canada. And Muzzin steps into him. Off the bench comes Bonvica for the Czechs. He's tied up by Eberle. And Hall plays it back to his Edmonton Oilers teammate. 11 and a half to go in the opening period. Not many whistles, lots of scoring chances so far. Long lead pass for Crosby. Through the middle for Jordan Eberle. Busting it as Eberle gets it, plays it across. They score! Taylor Hall taps it home. And Canada has a 1-0 lead.
And have your defenseman having to scramble back into the play. In particular, with Voracek and or Jagr on the ice.
Now winding in a quick shot taken there by Krejcik. Turned away by Smith. Hughes with it now for Canada. 11 to go in the second period. The passage to Shane in the heel. Spezza's got it, pulls it in, shoots, scores! Jason Spezza fires it past Andre Pavelec, and Canada has a 2-0 lead. And Eakin stays on it. Tyler Ennis plays it back in the corner for Couturier. Couturier looks back in the corner for Eakin. Mironov stepped in front of him. Eakin stays on it. Couturier comes in to help out. Back at the point, knocked down by Barry. Fires it back in. Here's Eakin on it now. Under 2 to go in the first period. Muzzin kept it alive. For Ennis. Spins and shoots. They score! Tipped in front. Claude Giroux. Cody Eakin with the tip. And Canada has a 1-0 lead. Now loose in the corner, Couturier. Kovalchuk has lost his stick. Burns with a shot that was blocked. And Anisimov picks it up. That's poked away by Hamhuis. Dan Hamhuis. Up ahead for Couturier. Finds Egan, who drops for Ennis. Tyler Ennis winds in. In comes Ennis. Now Bobrovsky down a wraparound try. Scores! Tyler Ennis makes it 2-0 Canada with a spectacular goal.
Every chance, though, has come off the rush board. They're not going to generate any secondary shots. It's difficult to score that way.
In comes Crosby now in the corner. Taps it back to Eberle. Jordan Eberle plays it off the back of the goal. Slipped away from him by Shipachev. And now loose in front. Crosby spins and scores! Sidney Crosby! And it's 3-0 Canada. 3. Peter Forsberg, Slava Fetisov, and Igor Larionov have done each one at least twice. Now Tarasenko with it. And the Russians will try to stretch it out now as Kovalchuk comes in. Ilya Kovalchuk peels back.
That's the first penalty of the game. It's
Perry. In comes Giroux, the puck at his feet. Still back in front. They score! Tyler Seguin on a sweet feed from Claude Giroux, and it's 4-0 Canada. Played in Halifax and Quebec City. And he might just pick up that honor again at the end of this tournament. Giroux plays it across for Crosby. Sidney Crosby posts up. Plays it back to Burns. Across to Giroux, back to Burns, to Crosby. Sidney Crosby drops it down. Here's O'Reilly. Ryan O'Reilly back to Crosby, side of the goal, feeds it back. They score! Claude Giroux! It's 5-0 Canada. In the two venues, in Ostrava and Prague.
Doesn't surprise me in the least.
So, say a tenth of the crowd is kids.
You said there'd be no math.
We'll assume they're not having any. In comes McKinnon now. He shoots. Bobrovsky can't handle it. They score! Nathan McKinnon makes it 6-0. And now, Yakovlev has gone after Jason Spezza. And Canada pours. Time winding down here in the third period. 10 seconds to go. Canada holds the gold medals at the Olympics, the World Junior, and now the World Championship. It's a 6-1 final, and Canada has won gold in Prague.